Yo, Mozilla here. It's finally here. Battlefield 4. And after a bit of a delay, it took me a while to get in because I decided to upgrade to Windows 8 and Windows 8.1, and yeah, it crashed my computer. Some of you might have seen that video uploaded of me trying to get help, trying to find out what was wrong with it. But it turned out that the black screen was being caused by my network card, so I have no more wireless network, which is okay because I use Ethernet anyway, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, Battlefield 4 is out, and it's brilliant. So I'm not going to go over what I was saying before from the first impressions on the beta, because everything pretty much still stands. It's brilliant, I'm loving it, but there are some small little problems. Let's get into it. So the first thing, kind of annoying at the moment, is the netcode. So for any of you who don't know, the netcode is basically where it registered on the server when you're getting hit. So at the moment in Battlefield 4, the netcode will say that if you run around behind cover and someone's shooting at you, they will see you longer than you're actually around cover. So basically you'll be on your screen, you'll be in cover, in their screen you'll still be visible. So this is kind of a problem in a first person shooter because you can get killed unfairly. I've had times where on this map where you've seen Flood Zone, someone's been on the bridge and I've been on the other side of that building and I've been killed from someone on the bridge, and that's not good. And it's sometimes a little bit of server lag as well, but still, it's still an annoying problem. Battlefield 3 had it, and it just seems so much worse in Battlefield 4 at the moment. But DICE have said they're patching it, so it's nothing to get our knickers in a twist by. No worries there really. The only other couple of things are the server crashes, but again, DICE said they're going to fix that. It is quite annoying sometimes losing your progress, and especially if you're doing really well, and you get kicked from the server, and then, you know, it's just a big pain in the ass. You know, nothing we can do about it at the moment, so might as well just wait for DICE to patch it. They will. DICE are really good at keeping their game patches up to date, so it's not bad. And the other thing, and the last thing, it's not really that much of a problem, but if you're running the game on Windows 7, you are losing out. You are losing out on some frames. On Windows 7, on max graphics with my 690, I was getting between 55 and 70 frames, depending on where I was looking, with massive frame dumps, massive drops in frame rate. So that's partially the reason why I upgraded to Windows 8.1. And now, without recording, I'm getting 140 frames, 130 frames, 120 frames. Absolutely, still getting frame dumps, but when you're up in the hundreds, it really doesn't matter. You're not going to notice. You're going to notice if you're dropping below 60, but you know, if you're down by 30, you're going to be really feeling it slugging along. So maybe it's probably you need to drop your graphics down a little bit there. But generally, if you can do it, and if you don't mind paying out for Windows 8.1, you should probably get it. It's not a bad operating system. I'm quite enjoying using it. So that's really just it with the problems. Other than that, the game's so good. The helicopters are so much fun to fly. Just charging around and getting into dogfights with other helicopters, and then getting taken out by a stray jet that comes flying past, and a massive explosion of sound and light and gunfire. It's absolutely brilliant. You can't get anything better than this. So if there's anything else that I should talk about, really, is the new maps. I said in the beta I was really hopeful for the new maps to be just as good as Siege of Shanghai, and I am pleasantly surprised that I have been proved right. All the maps are absolutely brilliant. So much fun to play on. The only map that I'm not going to say I dislike it, but it's my least favorite at the moment, is Flood Zone. I think the reason why it's my least favorite at the moment is because there's so many little nooks and crannies for people to hiding, and I'm just getting taken out left and right, and that coupled with the netcode, it's kind of frustrating, you know. But I'm sure once I learn that map a little bit better, I'm going to love it, because I can already, when I'm playing Obliteration on it, and that's another thing, Obliteration is absolutely brilliant. I didn't play it in the beta, but I'm playing it now, and it's my go-to game type at the moment, just because it's so intense. This whole tug of war between the two teams with the bomb, And if you get a good team together and you're running as a good squad and you've got the bomb and you've got people like stopping and firing to cover you as you're running from cover to cover, there's nothing else like it. It's absolutely brilliant. You feel like a badass. I can't wait to get on this with my friends at the moment. I've only Chewie's got this at the moment, so we've played a little bit together, but again, because I live in Japan and he lives in the UK, sometimes the lag between the servers, depending on which side we're playing on, or if we find a happy medium between the two countries, it can be a little bit hard to play together. But I'm dealing with it, even with the high lag when I'm playing in UK servers. But Obliteration is just such a good game type. Oh, I can't wait to play some more of it on some of the other maps. I've probably put about 10 hours into the game at the moment. I wish I could have put more in, but I've been kind of busy recently. My favourite maps at the moment are probably Parasail Storm, was it Heian Resort? Is that what it's called? And Zavod 311. Those maps are so good to play on. They have such a good flow. I think Parasail Storm has that perfect battlefield feel. You know, you've got the infantry combat, you've got the little islands, you've got all the vehicles to jump about, and you're not just tied down to one style of play. And they've really done a good job with these maps, and I can't wait for the DLC. So now I'm just going to let this clip run. This is some early gameplay that I had, that I recorded, and I hope you enjoy it. So please leave a comment, like, subscribe, let's talk about the game, let's talk about other games that you might be excited about. I'm going to try and make either another cinematic trailer of Battlefield, or a cinematic movie, or maybe just a montage. I haven't decided yet, but stay tuned for that. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you on the battlefield. See you later.